Of all the dim-witted, diode-blowing dim-wittery, they left the piece out. Luckily, he found them.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Shockwave Lab Siege Soundwave Upgrade Kit. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Here it is. It's just a little brown box with a number stamped on it. And yeah, and you open it up, and the kit is in the baggie with numbers on it and things and stuff, and that's basically it. Woo! Hooray for packaging. And again, plastic baggies. Yay, plastic baggies. If I can open up the plastic baggie, and we just dump out the parts, and we have another plastic baggie. Lots of plastic baggies. There we go. Woohoo! We're done. And moving right along, here we have the upgrade kit for Siege Soundwave, and it doesn't look like much because, well, it isn't really much, but hey, it's a thing you can do if you want to do it. So you just get these two, what will be forearm panels, and you get these two pieces, which are meant to give you a more accurate tape deck mode. And you can see, they do have some nice detail on them. I believe these are 3D printed pieces. You can see they actually painted them in a nice gunmetal gray there. And these pieces, again, pretty nicely painted. Got some detail in there. So, there you go. So let's show off how this works. So here we have the wave of sound. So let's show off how these little bits and pieces work. So here we have the forearm panels, and these are very easy to install. Well, everything's easy to install, honestly, but you just take this piece here, and this will just slide in like so, and it does fit in all nice and snug-like, and voila, you have a panel now to fill in that gap in his forearm. Now, I appreciate the paint that they added to this piece, but the thing that's a bit off is that the color doesn't match anything else that's on the toy. This is just gray, and this is kind of this shiny kind of gunmetal, and it doesn't really match anything that's on the toy itself. So it kind of sticks out, but hey, it fills up the gap if you hated the gap. So, you know, there's a thing you can do again if you want to do it. You can open that up, flip in the hand, and close that up for transformation, and it works beautifully. So, there you go. So that is that one, and we'll just put in both. Plug it in on the other side here, like so. Get that in there, get that all nice and squozen in there, and there you go. He's got his new filled-in gapless forearms. So, hooray for that. And now, these pieces are meant for you to achieve a more accurate, more polished looking tape deck mode. So what we're going to do here is we're going to raise these sections up, and these bits will just tab into this slot right back here. So you just take this and you just slide it in, and these are also quite snug. You just push them in. Push them in all nice and squozen like. Get that out of the way. Push that in and get it all nice and squozen. And now, of course, these bits won't flip all the way back. They'll just sit back here. Or you can leave them forward if you want to. Hey, you know, your toy, do what you want with it. Do what you want. So now we have these pieces here, which again don't match anything else on the robot. They should have painted these blue to match the rest of the toy, but hey, it is what it is. If you don't like it that much, you can always take some paint to it yourself. But yeah. Now, I know there are other ways to do the tape deck mode. I've seen the pictures online, but if you want to get the more traditional looking tape deck mode, we'll just remove the weaponry here and get him transformed. Get his head back, close that back up, just leave that back here. We'll use these new panels. Put that in, close it back up, flip that open, flip that in, close that back up. And we want to just kind of rotate the arms in like this. We have to open up these panels here, flip in the feet, close it back up, open, open, foot, close. So basically, again, there are alternate ways to do this. I mean, I've seen people just kind of angle this back and then just bring the, oops, wrong way, and then just bring the leg up and just have it sitting like that, which, yes, again, you can do. Your toy, do whatever you want with it. That is an option. But if you want it to look more proper, everything should be sitting flush. But again, you do what you want. It's your toy. Display it however you wish. This is just giving you another option. So the option that this is giving you is, as you can see here, this now gives you a rail that the shoulder can now travel on. So you can take the arm and now just slide it back like so, and that will get it out of the way of the legs. And now you can bring the legs up and they will sit right where they're supposed to, and everything sits all nice and flush-like. And you can take the weapons here, and these can just peg into the forearms like so, and these can just serve as just some extra, some extra basage there, some extra stability, and voila, you now have a more appropriate looking tape deck mode. So that's what that piece does right there. And it works. It works. It does the job it sets out to do, so I got no problem with it. And I think it works out pretty well. So, granted, again, you don't have to buy an upgrade kit just to do this. You can do it however you want. But like I said, this is just giving you another option. And as always, options are good. Now, as far as his alt mode goes, this does not alter the transformation in any way. This transforms exactly the same way as it did before. And you can see the new forearm panels just kind of hang out back there. And you have these panels hanging out here. And I like how they kind of molded in like some missile launchers there, some rocket launchers, some photon torpedoes, whatever. And you do have these ports here on the side now. And you can actually take these weapons here and you can plug them into the sides of the ship, which I think looks a lot better than having them plugged up here, the way the instructions wanted you to do it. And I think that looks a lot cooler, in my opinion. So now you can have those weapons plugged into the sides like that, and I like that. I think that looks a lot better. Yay! So a little bit of an improvement there. Now, as far as his lamppost mode goes, now this is where things get a little bit hindered, and it's nothing major. It's just the fact that now these tabs can't actually tab into the slots in the arms, because you can see these pieces, now the new pieces, keep that from reaching, so now you can't actually tab the arms in. Not the end of the world, but hey, just something to note. And if you want to, you can always just kind of slide the arms back a little bit on this rail now, and you can just have things sitting at least at the proper angles here, because you can see it kind of sits a little off kilter there, so you can just kind of slide it back a bit, get this going. Just so you can have everything sitting at the appropriate angles here, so everything sits nice and straight. Now, I know there are other ways to do the lamppost mode. Again, I've seen the pictures. I've seen, people just have the arms straight out like that. Hey, again, your toy, do whatever you want with it. I'm just talking about how this kit affects the pre-prescribed modes anyway, as in the lamppost and the spaceship mode. The tape deck mode is a fan mode anyway, but this kit is just helping you to execute that fan mode a bit more elegantly. But yeah, that is pretty much it, so there you go. So there you have the upgrade kit for Siege Soundwave. There's not a whole lot to it. You get the forearm panels, you get those new sliding rails for the shoulders. So now you can get a more proper looking tape deck mode if you wanted it. And it's successful in what it sets out to accomplish. Coloration is a bit off, but that is something you can remedy with some paints if it bothers you that much. But overall, it's a neat little kit for what it is. So there you go. Now, I searched a couple sites looking for Shockwave Lab stuff, and I found some of their other kits, but I couldn't find this one on any of those sites. I ended up finding this on eBay. I just typed Shockwave Lab into the search bar, and it was literally the first thing that popped up. So you can check your online retailer of choice, and if, that yields no results, then, just go on eBay, because that's where I found these. And, of course, for your other Transformers needs, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter. All that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Shockwave Lab Siege Soundwave Upgrade Kit. And this is EmGo's saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Home in your face.